Good morning, everybody. Orange A here with another War of the Visions video, and today we are going to do probably the last installment of the Lazy Man's Guide to Trust Stones. With the last Trust Stone update, even the laziest of you out there, and myself included, can make a really banger set of Trust Stones that you can use on about every character in the game. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show off like a generic set that I think would work for almost everybody. Then I'm going to show you how you can modify that if you want to just take a tiny bit of extra effort and make maybe like one or two changes that's better for certain characters or another. We're going to do that right now. So first thing, here are some trust stones that I just made. I made 3 agility trust stones and 3 HP trust stones. If you don't know what sets to even make, start here. HP and agility. You can slap these on any character in the game and you just made them harder to kill and you just made them faster, and that's a great place to start. Now, what additional abilities should you be selecting? Because the glorious part of this, and I'll show it off in action here in a minute, is when you craft trust stones right now, when you forge them, you get to pick not one additional ability, which is kind of what I thought they would do. You get to pick them both. You don't even have to like swap them in between each other anymore. It is absolutely glorious. So let me show you, let's start with the defense ones. I want to show you what I think is a generically very good defense set. And I'm going to start with the eye stone that I made. So max HP and luck. I think every character in the game should run max HP up and luck up. Now, obviously I haven't leveled this thing yet, but I'll come through and level them. And when you're leveling them, if you want to mess with the reforging, you absolutely can. Or if you're just being ultra lazy, you don't have to. You can temper this thing to try to get like more HP, more crit evade, more TP, whatever. But this is the lazy man's guide. I'm just showing you which ones of these I would go for and on which set. Now, you do want to enhance all of your abilities up. That is still something you do want to do. Just make sure here you click this button and switch from Trust Stone to Shine Sand, and then just click max. You probably have so much more of this than you could ever need, or at least I definitely do. Then just hit max and boom, you'll see the beauty of these sets. I just got, 10% more max HP, and then switch to luck, hit max, boom, ability enhance, go for it, and now I have luck plus 10%. This one right here, this eye stone that I made, and you could do this on any of the defense ones, I think is like the must-have, the HP luck. Just put that on every single character in the game. HP obviously does what it does. Luck helps you accuracy, and it helps you evade, so even your evasion units want that. Now, for my other 2 defense options, it gets interesting at that point. I'll show you for my like generic ones, which ones I picked. I picked critical evasion up. I think that is just, apply that to every character in the game. Don't get crit. That seems great. And then I picked a status effect that I just hate having put on me, which is stop. You can basically fill this slot with any status effect that 1, you just hate being put on you, or 2, you are seeing all the time in PvP. Maybe it's frostbite, maybe it's paralyzed, maybe it's sleep or confused, whatever it is, you can slot that in right here, then just level the stone up and ability enhance just like we did on the last one. Then for your 3rd defensive trust stone, I like debuff resistance. There are a lot of units in the game right now that debuff. So I picked elemental debuff and attack resist debuff, just as 2 ways of making all of my units just generically a little bit tankier. But this 3rd one, it's kind of just a wild card. Put whatever you want on there, but just pick things that you think all your characters would like and slap them on. The reason I avoided things like slash resist or strike resist or magic attack resist is I feel like there's enough penetration in the game right now that you don't get a ton of value out of that. However, debuff resistance does still seem pretty good, so I'm going to do that on this one right here. But this 3rd one, do whatever you want. Just pick 2 things you like, level the stone up, enhance both abilities, and you're off to the races. Okay, now let's talk about the offensive side. My suggestion was for agility stones, and I think that is absolutely the way to go right here. I think you want, there's a couple non-negotiables. One of them is crit rate, crit damage. You want a stone that has crit rate and crit damage. You just do more damage that way. You crit more, you crit harder. I put this on every single character in the game. There's a small caveat there, and we'll get to it here in a minute, but crit rate, crit damage stone, you're gonna want that one. Then I really like attack percent and defense piercing rate up for all of my physical damage units, or for your magic damage units, magic percent up, spirit piercing rate up. You won't like build the same stone like I did A for attack and defense piercing rate. I should also then make an A that is magic percent and spirit piercing rate for my mage units. But let's say I was going to put these on Squall, because I'm going to use him as an example later in the video. This would be an awesome thing for him. Attack percent up, defense piercing rate up. He's a physical unit. That's what you want. Then for your third one, I like reaction block rate on everyone in the game. I think that's just a huge deal. And then that last one is a little bit of a wild card, but I was trying to make the most generically useful one. Acquired AP up is pretty good. This goes all the way up to 20% acquired AP, which might not be a ton, but like maybe everything you do generates 1 or 2 more AP for you. And when you get to that crucial turn late in a fight where you might only have 12 AP and your cheapest move is 14, and so you just auto attack the enemy and don't kill them, maybe this is the difference right there. Maybe you have 6, 8, 9 more AP than you otherwise would late in a fight, and that lets you use 1 more ability. I think that's pretty great, especially with the ability in the game right now with Wind Veritas TMR to nullify AP regeneration. I like acquired AP up on a Trust Stone just to get a little bit more bang for your buck with those early turn buffs. Now, the next thing I want to show is I'm going to jump over to WoTV Calc for a second, and I'm going to tell you about how Trust Stone passives don't stack. The Trust Stone passives, the thing I was just telling you to select, do not stack with anything you get from gear. Like, so for example, on the Lionheart, Squall's weapon, he gets initial AP 10, critical rate 15, defense increase for 1 turn, he gets slash attack 15, and he restores some CT. None of this will stack with a Trust Stone passive. So remember earlier when I showed you a critical hit rate and a critical damage Trust Stone, and I'll jump back over there and show it to you again. It was my A stone. No, it was my T stone. This had crit rate and crit damage. This would not be an ideal Trust Stone for Squall because he's already getting critical hit rate from his weapon, and so he'll just get the higher value, which would be the one from his weapon in this case. So for Squall, what I should do is make a different Trust Stone for him, a different T stone that is like just for him. So come in here, I still want the agility, and by the way, the 3-piece set bonus that you get from the agility set stacks with everything in the game. So like the set bonuses for running like agility, 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 stacks with everything, but it's these additional abilities that do not stack with the additional abilities from your weapons. So what I'm going to do is make Squall his very own T-Stone right here. This is that like next step you can take. Now I still want critical damage because Squall's weapon gives him crit rate, not crit damage. So I'll scroll down here and I'll find critical damage wherever it's hanging out. It was actually towards the top. I want that still, but then I want something that's maybe a little bit more tailored for Squall. He already has slash attack up on his weapon, so I'm not going to pick slash attack up, and it's pretty safe just to avoid the attack type in general because most weapons have the attack type up that's going to be greater than the 10 you get here, but he's a lightning unit, so I can grab lightning attack up. Boom. Now I have a stone for Squall that is tailored to him a little bit, and it's better than just my generic option. I can still use 5 out of the 6 generic ones that I have for him, but now he's just a little bit better than he was before. If you're feeling slightly less lazy because maybe you're reinvigorated now by this Trust Stone upgrade, that is the thing you can do. So just remember, I'm going to say it again, the additional ability on Trust Stones, those things you select, do not stack with any of the passive effects on your weapons. They don't stack. However, the set bonuses the set bonuses that you get from running 3 HP or 3 agility or whatever stack with everything. They're their own thing. They are calculated differently. Just keep that in mind as you go through your trust stone building process. And I hope that's simple. Like, there's my newest and latest Lazy Man's Guide. I tried to stay way out of going into detail because I know with trust stones, people just hate that stuff. If you do feel like going into any more detail, join my Discord, ask questions there, hit up the comment section. People will answer questions for you, and have a good one, everybody. I'll catch you next time. Peace.